Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe, and I wanted to talk about a movie I watched the other day called Special Needs Revolt. Um, I wasn't quite sure what to expect from this one. It popped up on Tubi because I watch a lot of horror movies and grindhouse stuff, and I looked into it and I read some reviews on Letterboxd and IMDb, and it looked right up my alley. So the movie starts out with a man who is, I guess, a young man, probably in his 20s. I'm not exactly sure of his age, who has Down syndrome. And he lives with his grandmother. And the grandmother's not very nice to him. And he ends up in a group home. She ends up passing away. I don't want to say how, but everything is extreme and over the top. In this group home, he has an arch rival who farts on him and is in a wheelchair. It's a black guy who has, I guess, cerebral palsy. And most of the cast has some sort of handicap or disability, and they play off of it, and they mock each other and yell at each other and fight with each other a lot, and it's just very humorous. Think of like the guys from The Ringer, except instead of, a well-done movie, it's a really low-budget film that somebody probably made in their backyard. The movie starts off with this guy in the group home. He's upset. He doesn't want to be in the group home any longer, and he ends up saying that his New Year's resolution is to become self-sufficient and move out. He then proceeds to try and bring a stripper back to his room, because they have these like chubby kind of rednecky strippers. He tries to bring this black girl back to his room, and he slips on vomit, hits his head, and goes into a coma for 3 years. And when he wakes up, there's this political person who has now become president, who is a mock or some kind of, nod, I guess, to Donald Trump, named, is it Donald Kruger? I guess because of Freddy Krueger. And he has like long stringy hair, and he's very angry, and he's always yelling about disabled people in a negative connotation, and transgender people, and races, and etc. It's a little tiresome, honestly, to see all the political stuff in these films, but I digress. They go on an adventure to join in a rebellion, the Handicap people, to join this rebellion and pretty much get America back to normal and get rid of this dictator, evil figure, who is like an extreme version of a politician that would never happen. But it's, again, a tiresome trope of mocking political figures in movies. There's transgender people in this group. There's Hispanics. There's black people. There's handicapped people. There is lesbians, I believe. Any minority group that you can think of. I think there's a Native American, if I remember correctly. Any minority group you can think of is in this group, and it's just satire on them, politicians, and everything going on in the world. It is a funny movie. They pull no punches. There is a very non-politically correct aspect of this film with the people and what they say and what they do, and I'm almost surprised they made something like this. Again, the political tropes are tiresome. I kind of wish that wasn't the crux of the story, and maybe it was about something else and why they band together, but it's definitely funny. Some of the special effects are okay, but overall, the special effects are extremely low budget and very poor. And the movie runs almost 2 hours, and I think it really could have used maybe like 20 minutes, maybe even 30, cut off of the film, because it sort of runs its course and then like things kind of keep happening. Interesting characters, funny to see these people that have Down syndrome or that are disabled on display as main characters in a film, which you don't see very often. And it has a lot of Troma cameos. I don't know if Troma produced the film or just gave them some money and put it on their streaming network, Troma Now, but there are cameos by Sergeant Kabuki Man and Lloyd Kaufman, and they reference the Toxic Avenger at one point, and one of the main characters, who's like a side guy, who's like a pro wrestler, looks like the Toxic Avenger and is mentioned a lot. Overall, this one kind of took me by surprise with how much fun I had with it, though it definitely loses a few points in regards to the political bullshit and the length of the film. I enjoyed it. I think if you like really grungy, kind of grindhouse crappy films and like to poke fun at things that are not politically correct, you will probably like Special Needs Revolt. So if you get a moment, they do have a DVD out, but I watched it in full on Tubi. So if you get a moment, check it out. I'd love to hear your comments if you thought it was just in poor taste or you enjoyed it. But those are my thoughts on the film. Overall, I did like it. So thanks, guys, for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.